Let's see if this works. Nope. I guess that doesn't work. Let's see. YouTube chat. Nope. Okay, we're going to remove that. I tried to get the chat up here, but I guess it's not working. I got the alert that we're live. I'll turn on my do not disturb, and I'm going to turn the volume down on the TV. I guess that's not working, so we're going to trash that. Morning, Joe. Are you sure want to remove YouTube chat? Yes. I have to figure out how that works. I was trying to put the chat up on the screen, but I guess not. It ain't working. Okay. It was this, and it told me I did everything. The annoying part is they say you have to do it every freaking time. Okay. I may try it later. Go live. Yeah, I guess. That's annoying. But we're going to close that down. Let's start doing some scans because it's already 8:47. Let's look at my holdings. I was working on Seeking Alpha yesterday. And boy, scans, SMCI, NVIDIA. I love, I was even this morning, I was blown away by Seeking Alpha. Larry, it's been a while since I yelled your name. That's what she said. Bum, 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 bum. Covered call ETFs, energy names. Rig and LNG. Continue their cross up. Levered ETFs to trade. Butch. Hey, Butch, I got your, I think you posted in the Facebook group. Levered ETFs, no levered ETFs, low cost. Vanguard. Spider sectors. Nothing. Not owned. And then we'll go to ARK. Baidu. Sabre. We've talked about this one before. I like this one once it got over the 200-day to try and get, that 395 up to 6. Morning, Scott. Yeah, I got SOUN. By the way, great job on your charts, too. You're one of the few that gives me charts that tell me something different than what I look at, which I like. Part of the reason why I like Seeking Alpha, it gives me something different, some new perspective. And I was talking with my weekly stock pick, and we're going to collaborate on something pretty exciting. But Sabre, Sabre's got, I like it to cover that gap. RNG. I'm going to bring this one up too. This one's just a margin story. I think they're going to, wow, and a lot of shit's up today. Yeah. Morning, Scott. Man, we got a big crew in here. big crew of the regular degenerates. Anything in here that I like? Did I put Baidu down? I mean, Baidu is... Let's put Baidu down. Adaptive. There's Matterport. Like I said, it didn't have confirmation, but it's brewing. It's a brewing. Big one of the day. I mean, energy's just the big one of the day. I mean, somebody kept asking me, hey, is it a good idea to buy, Exxon at 104, 105? I said, yeah, anything below that 200-day, you're getting a deal on when we start going up. The one you're not getting a deal on, Target. I'll talk about that one. They're closing 9 stores. Morning, Nevin. Okay, let's look at the Dow. And scan the Dow. Nothing in the Dow. We're going to look at the NASDAQ 100. There'll be a bunch. NASDAQ 100. Okay. Okay is here. Okay. Dollar Tree. Hoofa. Has it fallen enough? Regeneron. I've invested in Regeneron at, I think, 600. And I didn't believe in this one. I think I went from this is the pandemic. I think I went from up here. I went 6. I think it was around. I think I bought at 600, and I sold at about 660. And I said, God, it's just so stretched. And I got out, and I said, COVID is kind of waning. I believe in Regeneron, but nobody knew about the actual remdesivir, I think it was, or something. And you saw it shrink down to 400. Well, look at this one come back. I mean, you've doubled since March 2021. You had your hype of the hype of COVID, right? Of the vaccines and how Regeneron was working. Boom, it pulled back a little bit. You had a nice little double top, and then it continued forward. So Regeneron is it's been impressive. What's X-ray? Morning, Isaiah. ICPTV. I'll look. Let me just scan the S&P real quick, and I'll look at that one. And if that's not a hype one, Isaiah, I'll put it in the podcast too. RTX. I mean, this is. I mean, it has a cross up. Hey, is it coming back? Is it going to fill that gap? RTX. Okay, Isaiah, let's go to our strategy tester. We'll go to our 4-hour, and let's look at ICPTV. I don't even know what it is. It's a pharma. Hype. I mean, 100%. It's a farmer. I bet you. I don't know this, but I bet you. I go over to Finviz, and it's not making money. Yeah, it's hype. Do not get sucked into hype. ICPTV, ICPT. I want to say TV for some reason. So, they are making money. You proved me wrong. 200 net income, $211 million. Their PE is 2. Their forward PE is 9. You are at 2186 is where you're trading, which is your 52-week high. Let's see what they're getting. July, they were upgraded. So the average price target was $15.25. it got covered fairly heavily. I mean, you've got a bunch of them here. Y-Intercept Pharmaceuticals skyrocketing today. Let's look at Motley Fool because they'll usually tell me what the purchase price is. Intercept Pharmaceutical seeking explosive gains Tuesday. Press release $19 a share, and you are trading at $18.67. So, Isaiah, here's the gain that you've got. If the sale goes through, which it's typically not 100%, but you're trading at $18.70, which suggests that investors believe there's a very good chance that the buyout will be completed. Per the press release, the deal is expected to close before the end of the year. At current prices, Intercept offers just a 1.6% upside if the deal is completed. Why would you buy this when your absolute top, because remember, they're buying for $19 a share. Yeah. With the combination alphagism, whatever that is, looks to expand the treatment portfolio, gastroenterology and hepatology, and exposure to the U.S. market, there's very little chance of an antitrust challenge here, so it looks like the acquisition will be completed. If you don't already own Intercept stock, now is probably not the time to buy. I completely agree. No. Long term, it's being acquired by another company. So you're getting $19 per share. You're not getting stock in a new company. You are getting $19 per share. So your absolute cap between, why would you not buy a bond for 5%? I mean, put it into, where you can put it into? Webull. Open up a Webull account. Use the link down below, Isaiah. Open up a Webull account. Get 5% on your cash. The absolute cap of ICPT is $19, and you're trading at $18.68. So I would say absolutely no. No. And that's, yeah. Yeah, take the gains. Hell yeah, take the gains. Don't sit there for 1% and say, I'm going to, wait for the $19. No, take the gains now. Because you're stuck from now until the $19. Say it's December. What are you hanging on to for a 1% gain? Take your gains. Take it. $19 a share. Just take it. Absolutely. And by the way, high five. Great trade. Great trade, Isaiah. I take back everything I thought about you with that hype trade. No. Great trade. Brilliant. Brilliant. Let's look at ELF because I'm still holding, unfortunately, Ulta. ELF has pulled back. Maybe I'll just add ELF in here for you, Scott. We'll take a look at this because it hasn't crossed up. You know what? I am going to put this in the watch list of. I do have it not owned, so it should come up next time the algorithm says to buy. Look at. It's not a bad time at all. For those of you that have TrendSpider, I mean, you should be able to get this scan. If you're watching this stock, you'll get the scan when it pops up. I think it's probably going to pop up. Let's see, is the MACD is going to cross up today because it is up in pre-market 1.74%. Absolutely good time to buy. I think ELF continues its growth. You know what? Let's look at ELF in here in Seeking Alpha. Let's see what they're everybody says hold. September 5th, hold. August 31st, hold. Strong buy, ELF. I don't know what I don't know here. I'll put this article in the chat for you, Scott. And I don't know if this is premium. I don't know exactly because I have the premium version. But yeah, here's my. I may have to hide these. I linked up. I'll go over it. I was working on Seeking Alpha yesterday. I am incredibly impressed with Seeking Alpha, by the way. Impressive earnings growth, outperformed the S&P 500. I am Bill Gunderson, CEO and Chief Marketing at Gunderson Capital. I am a professional money manager. Yeah. ELF is a good one. I should follow folks like this, but best stocks now premium. Oh, is this a group? 14-day free trial. Oh, so these are the groups in Seeking Alpha that you can join for a price. Huh. So essentially what these guys do is they set up groups and then they charge you a monthly fee through Seeking Alpha. That's interesting. I am not going to join your group, Bill. I like your analysis of this, but yeah, interesting. I didn't know that this service existed. But you know what? I am going to put, Scott, I'm going to put ELF in there. I'll put you down below Butch's. ELF. Scott. YouTube. And we're going to put this article. I have to change it to an affiliate link, but they want to see how much I drive. So when you see affiliate links on Seeking Alpha stuff, they want to see how much traffic I can drive. So I don't know if they're hitting me up with, how many subscriptions can you do? I think it's just traffic. So I did not get the heat map in time. So let's see. We're going to go over, okay, yeah. Let me see. Portfolio. I don't want to show that. Let me move. I'm going to move you a black screen for 1 second. Because I don't want to show that, but I do want to show. I am going to... I do want to show this. I don't like showing my balances. And you know what? It doesn't even have my correct balances. It does not. Hold on 1 second. Let me look. So what I like... It's missing about... Oh, I see. There they are. Okay. Yeah, it does have... I don't want to show my balances, but... And we'll go over it a little bit later. I'll just show you what it can do. I'll move you back. Let's see, the big cam. Big cam might actually cover my balances. Let's see. There we go. I can cover it. I can do that. That I can deal with. That I can live with. Okay. So we'll get out of there. And those of you live get to see my balances. So, oh well. I'm not that shy about it. Just don't like to show it. It's some of my accounts. Okay. Hit the thumbs up button, by the way, if you're here. And if you're new, definitely subscribe. Let's go and look at SPY. And by the way, notice in here, in the upper left-hand corner, TrendSpider allowed me to put a thumbnail, I guess. So I put the thumbnail for the podcast up there. Costco is down, absolutely 100%. I would buy Costco. I don't know why. Let me see something. Let me see if I go to YouTube and I hit go live. Go live. And then let's see. We're going to turn this on. Save. This one, I don't know why that's September 27th. Recording the podcast. Oh, it's the same one. We're going to hit on. I'll just monetize everything. Streaming software, and let's see. We're going to connection excellent. Edit. More actions. No. I guess I can't. Oh, connecting. What the hell? Let's see. Live chat, and we'll do pop-out chat. Let's see if we can do this. Pop-out chat. And then we're going to copy this. Copy web address. And then let's see. Let's see if we can add this. We're going to add in a browser. And we're going to say chat. And then we're going to say boom. Okay. Let's see. Somebody chat something. I don't think it's going to let me, but let's see. Testing. No. Doesn't work. This is what it did last time. Just before. Oh, well. It's not coming up. Nope. I had to figure that out. Okay, we're going to delete that. Yes, we're going to delete this. We're going to close this down. Okay, Weeble there. Okay, let's look at SPY. SPY does not have confirmation. We are up 0.47. I wouldn't trust it. We'll go over all this stuff. Okay. What is that photo? Why is that not showing up? Oh, that should show up. Hold on one second. I'm going to quit my notes. And then we're going to get back into notes. Boom, boom, boom. And oh, there it is. Okay. Now I got it up. I got my notes. I'm going to go over Seeking Alpha. I'm going to go over Gene Munster. I'm going to go over Target. I'm going to go over Amazon. Thanks, Scott. It didn't work. It did not work, unfortunately. Let's see. There we go. We've got that. Okay. I'll leave those there. Weeble. By the way, Weeble is crazy. They just sent me an email that I can get if I deposit $100,000, I can get like $1,200 bonus. I like it. I like it a lot. By the way, Cleveland Cliffs is up to $15. Get your Cleveland Cliffs while you can. Okay, we're going to hit record now. I'll include the stock market nerd there. And I've got Butch's thing. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka. Good morning. It's Wednesday, September 27th. I got a lot of things to go over today. Yesterday, what an S show. Yeah, I'll say S show so I don't get canceled. But yeah, it was horrible. I mean, here's the deal. Remember Monday, and I was going over SQQQ. If you had bought SQQQ, let's just go to a 5-minute chart. We're going to get rid of this strategy tester, and we're going to go to a 5-minute chart. Because on Monday, as I was doing the podcast, I said, SQQQ probably is your buy. And yesterday, so here, you were up 2.56% from that point. This is what it was yesterday if you had bought it, just in the morning, and then kind of got out before the confirmation. Now let's do today, because if you go to that point and we move this up to yesterday, it's a 3% gain. So SQQQ, just on the 5-minute. Now you lost. The good news is SQQQ kind of gave up a little bit in the afternoon. You see right there, just around 4 o'clock. So we closed into a little bit of a high, got some money back. We're up this morning. So TQQQ on a 5-minute chart, you got confirmation. And in pre-market, it is up to 34.92. So you are up in this area right here. So where are we going? Let's see. You closed at 34.48. You are at 34.93, 1.28% right there. So you're going to wind up having this gap between there, and you're probably going to fill this gap at 35 today. It's not a huge run up, but you probably are going to fill that gap. You can see there's another gap here between 36 and 37. If we are in a strong market, and that's if, because there's a lot of bad news out there. Costco reported earnings. They are down 2%. It's a buying opportunity, but that's a big if. If we go back to our strategy tester and we run the 4-hour on TQQQ just to try and see where are we. We have no confirmation. We are out with a 3% gain. You have nothing. So there's a gap here between 36 and 37. In pre-market, you were at 34.93. So say you're at 35. You're just up at this area right here. So the 9-day, you're still under that 9-day. Now, you're oversold. The RSI is at 28. The MACD is well down. The MACD is probably going to look at the last time the MACD crossed up. You had an entry at 37. You could have got held on and had a nice 3% gain, or you could have sold out at about 43 when it started to cover that gap up there. So right now, I would say that 38 is probably, if we get into a rally, 38 on TQQQ is probably the rally that we would get, and the top. That is where the 200-day is. You can see the 50-day is still moving negative. The 200-day is still positive. You don't have huge amounts of volume blowing this up. You can see when we went up here, you had some volume driving that up. The MACD is below the oscillator, so you are oversold. In the short term, this probably makes sense. So, yeah, do a good amount of that one. A good analysis of that. Yesterday, I was doing an analysis of Seeking Alpha, just kind of doing stuff. I will go over it in a little bit. Here, I'm going to move you to Big Head Gary, so I can show you portions of this. This is my portfolios. So I've got a daily stock pick core portfolio. I've got my healthcare savings account, my TOD, which is the individual account, my rollover IRA, and a Roth IRA. Basically, it imports everything. You can see yesterday was harsh. Yesterday was really harsh with a lot of this. But remember, I'm 50%, 50% Apple. So Apple was way down yesterday. That hurts. So in all of these accounts, I hold Apple. But you can clearly see these stocks. So I liked Seeking Alpha. This was one of the biggest things. It gave me a rating, a health score. You can see it. It's a health score for each portfolio. And I'm in the high threes. My Roth IRA, ironically, which is, that is probably my most conservative. I mean, I would say the Roth is probably the most conservative. My absolute riskiest is my trading, which is the individual. That's the riskiest. But the core portfolio is at the lowest because that is considered risky. It's got 35 stocks in it. Probably shouldn't have that many. I am using Seeking Alpha to actually move our core portfolio around. And that's what I'm using Seeking Alpha for. I'll move you back to the small head. The portfolio analysis, I love that you can link your brokerage account. Once you import that portfolio, you can do multiple portfolios if you want. You get news alerts. You get emails about your portfolio. I have a small account in Webull, but I believe that Webull does some of this. But I have alerts off on my phone, so my app doesn't give me a bunch of alerts, a bunch of like crazy alerts and stuff. Yeah, FYI, boomer alert. But this is what, portfolios here. This is the email that Seeking Alpha sent me this morning after I imported it. Now you can see Roblox, yesterday's big gainer. PXD was up 1%. XOM was up 0.15. You can see Amazon was down 4.3%. Shopify was down 3%. Simon Property Group was down 2%. I love this. Oxy got a rating upgrade from hold to buy. I don't know who it was from. We can check out that later. But I got it in an email. Then the breaking news with all of your portfolio news that came in overnight. This to me is worth the $186 because I do have a $50 off coupon. The links are down below. You have a free 7-day trial. I'm still trying it. I'm working it into my system, but I can guarantee you that this will be a regular in my system now. I really, really like this. It took me probably an hour or so to set this up. If you follow a stock, you can actually set price alerts. So for Seeking Alpha, if we go over here, let's go to Seeking Alpha. And let's just say, and I learned this on YouTube, so you can, there's tons of freaking Seeking Alpha videos out there. You can go and look at it. But if you follow, I'm following it because it's in my portfolio. I can unfollow it, but you can add custom notes. You can add it, an alert if you get ratings change. So the Wall Street has it as a buy. Seeking Alpha analysts have it as a hold. Their quant, which is, let's say, the quant. Does it give me? The overall quant is not an average of the factor grade listed. Instead, it gives a greater weight to the metrics with the strongest predictive value. I like their quant. I mean, I would agree that it's a hold at this point at 171. I think you're going to have 160 as a handle at some point. But, in pre-market, let's take a look. In pre-market, you're at 172. So you're up 0.59. But I love that morning summary. I love the stuff. So I was doing a lot of work with Seeking Alpha yesterday. So I'll put some of the stuff in the newsletter. I am an affiliate, so I do get compensation when you guys sign up. I think they're looking more at the number of clicks I can drive versus this. Speaking of kind of the portfolio, Amazon was the big loser yesterday, and you saw that in the email right here. Amazon 4.03%. We talked about how the FTC was going to file suit against them. They're in suit right now with Apple, and there was some testimony yesterday, but the suit was handed to Amazon yesterday. Here is a masterclass on how to look at this suit. Gene Munster goes over it a lot. High level, this has been rumored to be in works for the past several months, and it focuses on Amazon's online retail business, not AWS. It's Amazon's online retail business. So it does not focus on AWS. That is key. AWS is the growth factor of Amazon. It appears the remedy is focused on policy change, but the potential of the FTC asking the court to break up Amazon remains on the table. Gene Munster's take, and he says it down here, I think Amazon will win. Even though the company dominates online shopping, there are still endless ways buyers and sellers can transact outside of Amazon. Think Walmart, Best Buy, Target, Shine, Temu, Etsy, etc. Evidence the company is not a monopoly. Implications beyond Amazon, the FTC will probably take one more shot at big tech, likely Meta. Google is likely in the clear, given it appears to be moving to divest its ad exchange. Apple has already won lower court precedents over App Store pricing that reduces FTC risk. So what he's saying is, hey, they're probably going to take on Meta because that's what this administration is doing. They are taking on all of big tech because Congress won't do anything. I mean, let's be honest. Google is in the clear because they've said, hey, we're going to divest our ad business. They've started that position. And Apple has already won lower court cases, so it's likely that they won't win a case. So in my mind, that means Amazon right now at 126, buy it. I mean, you could go lower. Look at that MACD kind of slashing down there. Your RSI is at 28. It's up 0.17. I don't want to say that you're at the bottom. You don't have confirmation. But if you're in a 5-year trend for Amazon, again, remember up here at 176, these are the highs at about 180. On the weekly, you're just below your 200-day. You are using that 200-day as resistance right now. The MACD has just crossed over. If you are looking to start a position, don't wait. You don't want to be, waiting around while the market turns, because in my mind, again, we went over this earlier in the week. I think we're seasonally testing just seasonal lows right now. And on SPY, I think 430, I think, was the support level that we broke. And we're at 425. In pre-market, we're at 427. The resistance level is going to be about 440, 437 to 440. If you get down to about 4,000, or 400 on SPY, that's where you kind of get, hey, load up the Brinks truck, because I just don't see a lot of issues with the economy going into the fourth quarter. The Fed is higher for longer. That is being brought into this. Remember too, and I think it was somebody brought it up on the private Facebook group, but if you go to the front page of FinViz, and let's just update this, right down below all the charts, there is a list of total ascending, descending. You can look at this. It's 15 minutes delayed for the free version, but the total new high and low. You can look at the stocks that are trading above or below their SMA 50. This is the New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, and Amex, the American exchange. You can look at these things right here. Now, it is significantly the stocks that are below their SMA 200-day, the stocks that are below their SMA 50. You can see this. Where will the S&P be in the next 5 minutes? Click bull, bear, positive market sentiment, bear for negative. This is just their internal poll that they kind of have going through the day and stuff. But this is important to look at, because your SMA 50 of the total stock market, I think it's like somewhere in the neighborhood of 5,000 stocks or something, only 18% are above the 50-day. Only 32% are above their 200-day. Well, what's above the 200-day? If you go and look at a daily of Apple, let's go and look at a daily. You're above your 200-day. That's the red line right there. You are below your 50-day. If we go and we look at, and I'm just going to keep this on daily. If we go and look at, we look at Amazon, you are above your 200-day. You are below your 50-day. If we go and look at Boeing, you are below your 200-day. You are below your 50-day. If we go and look at Bank of America, you are below your 50-day and you're below your 200-day. If we go and look at Cleveland Cliffs, we are below our 200-day. We are below our 50-day. If we go and look at Costco, we are above, well, in pre-market, we're below our 50-day and we're above our 50-day and we're above the 200-day. Disney's definitely going to be down. You look at Devon. Devon is below both. You look at something like Exxon, Energy, which has been drained. We just had the golden cross on Exxon. And you're above your 50-day. You're above your 200-day. So as far as looking at FinViz, this is how you can tell the view of the market. The top 8 stocks have been driving this market. That bottom half, they are unhealthy and they are below their 50-day and they are below their 200-day. So it's not, if you have a really, really good stock market, these are switched where 81% are above the 50-day and 68% are above the 200-day. So we're not in a super healthy market, but go back to Warren Buffett's. When other people fear, that's the time to get greedy. And I don't know if that's the exact saying that he did. Target said it will close 9 stores across its thing. And this is to address some of their crime and safety threats. Target is closing locations in New York, Seattle, San Francisco, and Portland. Heavy kind of places where they don't necessarily prosecute for petty crimes. So it's an interesting strategy. They're looking at, hey, we've got a couple of $1 billion of theft going on. It is they believe it to be organized crime, and they believe it to be employees and kind of not necessarily just the smash and grab stuff, but that does add to it. But they're going to close 9 stores. The stock is flat. It's at 109. I think I'm finally losing money on this. I just am unlikely to sell for a stock that's just been beaten down like this. And it's hard to hold, hard to get rid of. I do own, I'll tell you, let's look at it right now. I'll look at it live in my Fidelity. Let's see, all positions. We're going to go here, but it's asking for my Face ID. So I love Fidelity, man. They're apt to me just because I know it. Let's see, Target. We're going to go down to Target. I own 108 shares. I am total loss 0.2%. I am negative. I am officially negative. My average purchase price average cost is $109.79. So I'm down 30 cents on that one. And I do have 5 figures. So it's not a insignificant amount, but that is a stock that I was up somewhere about 30-40% on. Just bad management, bad cash management. Never thought it would get down here. But I am going to pull them out of the core portfolio. And I'm working on that with Seeking Alpha to try and make sure that I get a good portfolio. Not meant to be political, but what's my opinion? My opinion on Target is I think those places, it's heavily blue states. And I think I've mentioned it before. I'm middle of the road. I'm not pro-Trump. I think, I have a history with Trump, family history, being from New Jersey and stuff. Man's a criminal. And anybody in New York that grew up, anybody involved with Atlantic City at all will tell you that. He wants power. He is just, Chris Christie has said it perfectly. He's not the Donald Trump that he was friends with, but he is the Donald Trump that I knew growing up. Greedy, power hungry, and just will say anything to get elected. And it's not about the money for him. Well, I shouldn't say that. It is about the money. It is about the power. It's about being in that office. So I think he's corrupt. But again, outside of that, I am middle of the road. If I had to vote today, I would probably vote for Chris Christie, even though I think the guy's a bit of a mobster. But I do think that I like a couple of things that he says. The one thing that I like about Vivek is that he said he will budget is number one in his mind. I think we're at a crisis with spending, and that comes from a liberal. I'm not a self-described liberal, but my friends think that I'm a liberal. I am a liberal when it comes to social causes. I do think that we should help. I just don't think that the government is the right place to help. So spending is out of control, but we can get on the political bandwagon. But Target is clearly targeting the blue, meaning New York City, Seattle, San Francisco, and Portland. Those are places where the crime is out of control. And I think, they do need to address the crime issues. And I always have said this. I think Target didn't take the crime seriously enough, meaning that when people were coming into their stores, and not only, smash and grab kind of crime, I also think that when people were coming into their stores and harassing employees, that's trespassing. So I think Target could have taken a super strong stand in, hey, if you cause a scene at our store, get out. We're going to have security guards. We're pressing charges. We're absolutely 100% banning you from our stores. There can 100% be photo tracking, facial recognition software. I believe that some stores even have it. Walmart may have it. I mean, Walmart yesterday, when I was asking to use their Wi-Fi, they said, we will track you throughout the store. So they know what products I'm looking at, how long I'm sitting there, just based on their Wi-Fi. So I think Target could have absolutely, and it goes back to good product, good stock with good products, with good earnings and good management. This one has bad management. So you got to get the management out of there. They haven't managed the inventory well. They haven't managed the crisis well. Now they're closing stores. I think they're doing the wrong thing. But that to me is, again, above my pay grade. Costco. This one is opening down 0.51. It was down 2%. So it opened up, looks like it opened up at 547. You're already at 552. Strong. They beat revenue. They missed EBITDA. They beat member fee estimates by 3.4%. They beat GAAP. I will include some charts, but they beat everything. It's just, they said the consumer. I'll include that Seeking Alpha article. I will show you the charts. This is just adjusted comparable sales continue to grow, but they're slow. So you can see Q1 2022 adjusted comparable sales. It's down to 3.8. So they're slowing their growth a little bit, and that's why the stock is kind of evening out. If we go and we look at this one and we look at this on a weekly basis, you can see it has been a super, super strong performer. You're almost at all-time highs. Your all-time high was up here at about 586, and this is a weekly. 586. If we go to FinViz and we look at Costco, and I'll use FinViz because everybody can look at FinViz. Some of the stuff in Seeking Alpha you may not be able to see, but the 52-week high is 571. The target price is 569. You're at 552. You should start to see a bunch of these upgrades, holds, blah, blah, blah. But the most recent, September, from HSBC Securities, $600. $600. So I like that. One that got an upgrade, Sherry will like this. Sherry is in the middle of moving, so I'm not sure if she's here. But Mattel got an upgrade. It's up 5%. It's now up 3%. This is the Barbie one. I mean, she called Barbie back here at like 18, and she said, I'm buying this one. Kudos, Sherry. You got the upgrade there. XPO Logistics. This one got an upgrade. I like this company. This is a shipping company. You have been holding here in this range between probably about 60 and 80, 70, say 65 to 75. You've been in this range for quite a while, since July. Back here from April, I mean, look at that 126% gain from April until August. This is the algorithm, 126% gain. This has just been a mover. Now, if we go and we look at this one, XPO, let's look at their upgrade because let's see if they put in upgrade Evercore, $79, and you're trading at 68. So you got a nice 10% move in that one if you get to that target. Its 52-week range is only up to 76. You're 11% off your 52-week high. It's up 104% this year. 104% year to date. This is not a short squeeze. This is a very, very good and well-run company. And this was when I think Yellow went out of business. XPO benefited when Yellow went out of business. So let's look at some social requests. Butch from Facebook. I will read you what he said. Really interested on everyone's thoughts on this. Price into demand, low cap, and high risk. Operating at a loss, still with negative cash flow. Makes most of its money through royalties. Chart doesn't look great, and insider sales near tier to CMP. All moving averages on the time frames negative. RSI oversold, but floating in the middle of the range. I like the AI. Lots of partnerships in the auto industry and restaurants. They've just been granted a patent for interference from speech audio today, but still sold off. Down nearly 10% today. I've traded this with varying results during the AI rally. Really want to hold a bag for the long term, but not sure this is the right price or the right conditions to buy. Appreciate your thoughts. Well, you'll hear a lot about picks and shovels, and what picks and shovels is during the gold rush. You were better off investing in the actual tools to get the gold out of the ground than you were investing in the actual gold. Or trying to mine for gold. The people who had the picks and shovels, they were making the money. So that's why you see it's not the software companies that are blowing up, other than OpenAI, with ChatGPT and some of that kind of software. That's just you get the run up on that one because they've had consumers just hounding for them. Ironically, and excuse the pun, but SoundHound hasn't had people hounding for them. You said it. It's not making money. Higher for longer has a problem with this company. Now, here on the algorithm, you don't have any confirmation. That 9-day is still moving negative. Today, you're up 10%. You're at 176. It's a great move, but you still are not above that 9-day. The MACD is kind of flat. I mean, look at how much this has fallen and how that MACD has come down. But even when the stock wasn't really rising that much, that MACD was moving up. Now, you're right. The RSI, if you'd bought yesterday, probably a time to buy because it's up 10%. Any reaction in the market is an overreaction, and something that's down 8% probably gets a pop the next day. The problem that you're going to have is the fundamentals. So if we go over to FinViz and we look at this one, they're losing $107 million. They have cash on hand, $3.09. They have $160 million floated. So they don't need money. Currently they do have money. It's a small market cap company, but they are losing $107. Their target price is $5.05. Let's move down. It's kind of recent. I mean, today Davidson initiated with a $5 price target, and that's what they're basically hanging their hat on, is about $5. I don't think it's horrible. You can read some of these if you guys want to look at it, some of those Nuda articles. But you're right. I mean, look, why are people, the CEO, Chief Technology Officer, is selling at $3.50. It's small lots, but that's big lots. For the CEO just sold $685,000 at $3.57. Yes, they're cashing out. The Chief Financial Officer just bought $100,000 worth at $30. Director bought $30. I mean, they're putting money in at the high price to try and show where they think it will go. Doesn't always work. That's kind of more of hey, we're going to get some news coverage on this. Year to date, you're down 9.6%. In my mind, I don't think it's a horrible play. I wouldn't put a lot of money into it. I would wait for these charts to move. Now, the algorithm, here's just the benefit of the algorithm. You lose 13% in the algorithm over 17 months. It's because it's a new company. You won't make, you don't have 24 months of data to go back to, but you do lose 13.7%. You win 34% of the time. Your average win is 34%. You win 38% of the time. So almost 4 out of 10. It's worth a little bit of risk in my mind. If you bought and held, if you just bought 17 months ago and you held, you've lost 81%. So that it does make sense to try and risk it on a high volatility stock. I would trade it. I wouldn't own it. You're mentioning you really want to hold something. I would hold the pick and shovel. At this point, the pick and shovel is probably Microsoft. It's probably Google. It's probably Nvidia. It's probably AMD. It's those companies and it's Apple that have access to a strong consumer base to be able to launch AI at scale, or they have the actual tools that make up AI, like NVIDIA. So, yeah, that's one. Scott, he brought it up in YouTube. Hey, is it time to buy ELF? And I saw this on Seeking Alpha. I just looked at it, and it's from this guy, Bill Gunderson, who is an investment group leader. ELF, a beauty of a growth stock that continues to deliver. Ironically, I read this article. I'll include this in the newsletter. Hopefully you can read it. I think it might be a premium article, so maybe you can't, but let me know if you can't and you want to read it. I can see what I can do for you. But what I noticed when Scott asked me about, hey, is it time to go into ELF, was the chart. It looks good. It looks really good. It's up 2% today, but look at how far down that MACD is. This is a stock that has continued to rise. This is a stock that I think you'll benefit from this one more than Alta, because you do have, and let me pull this MACD down. I like the MACD, but I don't like to see it that much. I just like to see if it's pulling forward. But yeah, so look at that stock. That stock rise is just phenomenal. That's just this year. Let's look at a weekly of this one. This is the pullback that you want to see in a stock that is continuing to grow. You would like to see it get back to that 50-day. You're not going to see it get back to that 50-day. You're seeing it use that right there, that 21-day, right, that yellow line right there. That is with its Bollinger Bands. It's right in the middle of the Bollinger Bands. Looks like it's cinching up. Get ready. I think this one's ready to take off again. I think Kramer or somebody did a really good look at this one, if it had the valuation of an Alta, this would be a $180 stock. So I like ELF. I think ELF is your pick. I picked Alta because they were beauty. I picked wrong. I think I'm down on Alta a little bit, but I'll include that article. Now, let's look at some scans. SMCI. Which is super microcomputers. This is the one. This is another pick and shovel when it comes to AI. These are the guys that put together the NVIDIA rigs for anybody that needs AI. They're calling super microcomputers. This guy grew up with Jensen Huang. They started their companies about the same time, so they were very good friends, blah, blah, blah. This is using the 200-day as support right now. 245 was the buy-in. You're at 252 right now. I am holding at 280. I think that gap gets filled. Their earnings are coming up, I think in November. Yeah, November 1st, October 31st, somewhere in that neighborhood. That one crossed up. NVIDIA. Is it time to finally buy NVIDIA? They're up 1% today. They're using that 200-day. You can clearly see it. I mean, that 200-day is your support. It hasn't lost the 200-day. The 50-day is starting to turn negative. You haven't seen your death cross. I would start, if you want this long term, start adding to it. I am probably going to buy here in the 420s. I'd like to get it at 419, but like I said, I don't want to time this one. At 424, I'll probably buy this one because it does seem you have confirmation over that 9-day. Roblox, another core portfolio one. What's interesting is Seeking Alpha tells me that Roblox is in danger. 27.25, you're up 1%. $27 was the buy. Now, on the last one, you did make 3%. This one, the algorithm loses you 66%. Buying and holding loses you 66%. Your average win on this is 14%. You only win 34% of the time. You lose 66% of the time. So the algorithm's a little bit harsh on this one if you use the 65-minute algorithm. And we take a look at this one. Let's just run it real quick. You're in at 25.63. The 65-minute algorithm doesn't really work either. You win only 32% of the time. This one's a tough one. I mean, it's a tough stock to trade. Again, I think they're the only ones that are winning in the metaverse. It's up 1.3% now. But I continue to say I think it's a $30 or $40 stock. I think you can play it to 30 now. At 40 is probably in a really good environment. Rig, we talked about Transocean yesterday having that cross up. RIG, some of the energy names that are having cross ups. Rig is one that has a cross up, and it's showing what a cross up means is it's a bullish sign. Rig, $8.60. You can clearly see that MACD is just hovering around. They have earnings coming up November 1st. $8.60. I continue to say it's a $10 stock. I think that, this is one that gets the benefit of higher oil because people will be moving oil because of demand, blah, blah, blah. The next one, LNG. Boyle is up today. We can take a look at Boyle after this, but LNG, you can clearly see it's just capitulating. I mean, the Bollinger Bands are cinching up. This one's getting ready to go. Your 200-day is negative. Your 50-day is still positive. You had this golden cross right here that has kind of moved up a little bit. It hasn't moved up enough. It's a little bit expensive. Honest to God, it's a little bit expensive, LNG. Their forward PE is 14. Their PE is 4. So they have to grow considerably to justify this. They're up 9.75%. The average target price is $199. You're at $164. I'd probably trade that one under $160, to be honest with you. But Boyle, remember, Boyle is a decaying asset. So it's not an investment. Boyle is a decaying asset. It is up to 3% today? I can't really see it. Let's see. It is up 5% today. It is at 53.67. I continue to say KOLD is the play. You've been in KOLD for a while now. I think you've made some pretty good money in KOLD. 52.65. You're at 61.74. So one that I have in my watch list that I think is a good investment and a good risk is Sabre. I haven't taken the trade on this one. I have traded this one in the past. You have some a gap below here between 408 and 390. This one, it looks interesting. Sabre Technologies. They are a travel agent software. I like this one. And anybody that uses a travel agent knows Sabre. If you have a travel agent and your friends or family, ask them about Sabre because you do know it. It is travel, and travel has been hot. I was expecting it to come up here, but look at this trade from $3.26 back in July 5th. You got all the way up to close to $6. Did it hit $6? $5.64. So it was almost double your money. That's a good one. Again, you want volatility as a trader. Ring Central, which is a electric IVR, Ring Central. This one, it kind of crossed up. It's got a secondary cross up. I wouldn't invest in this one. The only reason I'm bringing this one up is because it's an interesting one that I think. I was on the daily. Why was I on the daily? This one, there you go. 29.36, Ring Central. Let's look at Sabre. Again, I think I changed that one to a daily. I didn't mean to do a daily, but Sabre, here's the 4-hour. You're above the 200-day. You're using the 200-day. That gap is a little less. On the 4-hour, you can see the chart just looks different on the 4-hour than the daily. You do have this gap down here that is in danger. I do think that if you start touching the 200-day at 413, you get out because I think that gap fills down there. But I like this gap up here to be filled, 624 in Sabre. I don't think that's crazy to think that it will be back up there. Baidu, which is a Chinese search engine. This is the Chinese Google, I think it's sometimes referred to. This one, 130, 101. And you've got the MACD cross up. It's an ugly chart. Ugly chart. If you want to invest in China, I always say that BABA is probably your best bet. One that I don't know if it's time to put into this one, but this has been an ugly downturn, and it's Dollar Tree, DLTR. This has gaps all the way up. You're starting to see a little button hook here, and you're starting to see it in a slight way, not a big way, but the last trade that you had on this, 117, you saw it in a slight way as well. Wait for confirmation, because once you get confirmation, say at about 108 or so, once you get that confirmation above that 9-day, you could start to see this one come back up. It is not crazy, the valuation on this. It was crazy, the valuation, but the PE of 19, forward PE of 15 is not crazy. If you look at, let's just look at discount stores, and we'll look at the PE. We will look at Costco, 39. Look at Ollie's Bargain, 31. Look at Walmart, 31. You look at Price Smart, 19. So your Dollar Tree right there is at 19. It's not horrible. Dollar General is at 10. So Dollar General might be DG, might be a better chart to look at. These are just companies that have been beaten down. This is similar to a Target where it's just the valuation got too crazy on these. They said that the consumer is slight. You can see Dollar General's just continued to slide, but it's got a similar chart. So Dollar Tree came up. Regeneron, I talked about this on YouTube Live just before, but Regeneron is one that I invested way back when. This is a hype rally for COVID. That's my belief in this one, and I haven't done any research, so I could be completely wrong on this. But COVID has come back into fruition. In fact, I ordered my free test from the government again because they even have I think they're just looking to get rid of expired tests. They said, hey, it might have an expired date on it, but you'll be fine. But yeah, Regeneron here. This was when I invested. I think it was around $600. I think I got around $660 or so, and then it came back down. Well, it's at $835 now. That's a good one. RTX is the final one that came up in the S&P scan, and this one been beaten down. You're below that 200-day. The 50-day is still moving. You've got a cross up, and the algorithm says get in. I would again wait to see if you're above that 9-day and you have confirmation. Miss the first 5% and grab the next 5%. It's just not worth not knowing where the bottom is on this. Target is a great example. At 110, 12 right now. I thought this was the bottom at about 130. I thought this was the bottom at about 150. You never know where the bottom really is. So wait for that confirmation. And you can see when you have confirmation, you do get some type of pop. When you don't have confirmation, it just continues down. So wait for it. Wait for it. If that's the number one thing I can tell you, wait for it. Okay, couple of things. We're going to go over offers now. Seeking Alpha, I went over it, $50 off. There's a link below. The normal price is $239, $189 for the year. I'm getting the value out of it. I don't know if you'd get the value out of it. The good news is free 7-day trial. There is not a time restriction on this. I think it goes until for another couple of weeks or so. But they always have a $50 coupon for some reason. They might up my offer again. I like it. If they renege my offer, I may just pay it and get it. I'm liking it that much. TrendSpider. This one ends Friday, September 30th. It ends. Today is the 27th. If you want this, the link is down below. This is for new customers only, is what I'm told. It is $249. The normal price for this is $780. You can skip the trial here and buy it for $468, but why would you do that? Skip the trial and get even half that price at $249. $249.60 is what you'll pay. You do skip the trial, it's immediately billed. What you're going to do is you're going to sign up, then you're going to email me at dailystockpick3, dailystockpick3@gmail.com. If you want any of these links, they're right here. There's the Seeking Alpha deal. There's the TrendSpider deal. Webull, just click that. You get 5% on your money. I mean, it's really, really good. That's the next link down there. Newsletter. If you're not subscribed to the newsletter, I don't know why. It's free. I post it every day that I post the pod. I post the newsletter. It includes all the charts. It includes all the offers that you're hearing about. It includes everything. It shows up. It's got the links to the Spotify, links to the YouTube, and all my notes and charts that I use to do this podcast. It makes sense. I mean, here's the thing. You can't listen to me for an hour a day, every day. read for 5 minutes. That's all my notes. Maybe you don't get my commentary about my my fiber intake. Maybe that's it, but yeah, you get it. Visible. If you're paying anything more than $25 a month, get Visible. You can look at the plans here. Check out our plans. I think it's $25 and $35. Yeah, I got the $25 plan. So I like it. This one is basically your Verizon plan for $35 a month. It's really good. Click on that link. Get your $20 off your first month. If you're buying a Tesla, just click on this. It gets me some miles, but it also gets you $500 off and 3 months of full self-driving. And I think the Model 3 is down to like $35,000 or something. I just had 2 friends buy them. One bought a Model Y, the other one bought a Model 3. Gary's referral, yeah, it gets that. $29,740. God, that's a good deal. God, that's a great deal on a car. And I love my Tesla. Mind you, I love that Tesla. Savvy Trader. I had somebody say, hey, I've made some gains on this, and I want to do a little bit more gains. I want to do a little bit more trading. Savvy Trader. If you don't have a plan and you don't have back testing ability, just freaking go over here, set up a profile. You don't have to follow me. If you want to follow me, you can follow me, but you don't have to. And set up a profile and do paper trading. Just when you say you want to buy and you think your system works, buy. Paper trading is called just practicing. You can buy. It will track it with the live price of the stock, and you can hit sell whenever you want. It's free money. I mean, it's not free money where you can cash out, but you can track your trades. Create a system. Understand how that system works. Don't get nervous. Just paper trade it. So I've got my 2 portfolios here. The core portfolio is just an even weighted portfolio of all the stocks. If we go over this and we go all, you can see I've lost on some. I've gained on others. When they entered the core portfolio, I buy 100 shares. And if I pull one out, I take out 100 shares. You can see Target was bought. I'm down 17% on that. It was just one day a couple months ago when I set this up. I just bought 100 shares of each. So it's up one day. You can see 1 week down 3%, 1 month down 1%, 3 month down that. But this was set up in June when you hit the highs, and then you just kind of fell down. So and the reason Costco's so high, but it's up 8%. Is because they had the highest share price. It's just 100 shares of each. But if you don't want to follow that one, you could follow the trading portfolio, which I'm going to probably update here in the next week or so too. You can see Alta. This is just today, but here's the all-time. AMD, I'm down 11%. DraftKings, I'm up 0.49. I mean, DraftKings and Palantir are the only ones that I'm slightly up on. This is a bad portfolio. But this is the one's the worst. Sedge. Yeah, I think I put in $2,000. I've lost $1,200 on that one. Most of them are down a little bit. I'm not worried. PayPal, a lot of these I want long term. So they were initial buys for long term. I don't mind holding them. Ulta, I may swap out for Ulta for ELF. I may just take my $600 loss and swap that out for ELF at this point. PayPal, I'm not taking my 13% loss. I'm going to dollar cost average that one up. The new CEO, I do believe, will do well. AMD, I think that's a $120 stock. I'm not worried about that one. DraftKings, they just got an upgrade yesterday. Again, they've shown that they can get to 33. I should have sold at 33. I didn't. NVIDIA, I'm just adding more to that one. I sold out a good portion of my NVIDIA in my retirement account that I did not sell out here in the trading portfolio, but I did sell in my retirement account at 505, 510, somewhere there. But again, if you want to follow my trades, then just go and follow on that stuff. Again, the link tree is linktr.ee/daily stock pick. So that's it. Okay. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. I know you listen an hour a day, Scott. I think you're crazy. I love that you listen an hour a day, but I do think you're crazy. Target is back at 109. Stuff's pulling back a little. Uber, God, up 2%. Just buy Uber. I need to buy more Uber. Netflix at 382. I'm going to dollar cost average that one. Coke is one I'm thinking of pulling the trigger on. And I mean, look at, it's covering this gap. Coke is. Coke is really taking a slide down. There we go. Now it's working. Yeah. I'd be buying Coke at 56.30. If you look at this, let's see. I don't know why it's doing this. Hold on. I think I have to reload this. I think with the Safari upgrade that TrendSpider doesn't like. Again, my thing is I use the browser that nobody else uses. Let's look at weekly. You've broken out below that. That's the October lows. Yeah, why would you not buy more Coke? And let's look at KO. KO. PE. I mean, PE's big. It's got to continue growing. Reiterated with a $67 price target. Proceed with caution, let's say. NVIDIA, C3AI, I agree with that. Carvana, do not buy Carvana. Carnival, a little tough. Coca-Cola, turning against Coca may seem counterintuitive. It is one of the world's most recognized brands. Berkshire Hathaway's portfolio, but its payout may be its problem. At 61 years of consecutive dividend increases is impressive, but it also puts tremendous pressure to maintain that streak. The payout is on track to cost Coca-Cola near $8.4 billion. Yeah. So that's the problem is it's a dividend aristocrat, and they've increased their dividend all the time, but with increasing costs, if they all of a sudden don't become a dividend aristocrat, gets taken out of a bunch of funds. So I don't think it's crazy to think that you get back above 60. But yeah. Okay, hold on. By the way, I love Sonoma. God, the new Mac OS is good. It always makes me feel like I've got a new computer. Okay, we're gonna share, AirDrop, MacBook Pro. I got a lot of stuff on my I gotta clean up my desktops and my computers here. Waiting. There we go. Tell me when it's sending. Ooh. My neighbor's hard drive is showing up on AirDrop. That's not safe. I can hack into her drive. Oh, I've got it listed for everyone. I'm going to do contacts only. Why is that listed for everybody? Okay, we're going to do, once this is sent, I'm only going to do contacts only. Full screen projector. Oh, look at that. Huh. Okay, that's sent. And let me do contacts only. Now. Oh. No, I don't want that. Interesting. I think OBS wants access to my entire desktop, but I won't give it. Okay. I am out of here. I'm going to do the newsletter and stuff. If you guys need me, just contact me. You guys know how to get in contact with me. I'm here for you. Let's look at the indices and do a check. Let's see. We're going to go over there, log in, and the Dow is up 0.04. The NASDAQ is up 0.2. The S&P is up 0.13, and I am down 0.19. Wow. Why am I down 0.19? Hold on. Is it Apple? All positions. It is Apple down 0.58. AMD is up 1%. Cleveland Cliffs up 2%. DraftKings up 1.88. Devon up 2%. I think Devon. How is Devon not participating in the energy rally? That's what I want to know. Let me see if there's something on FinViz about this. I'm going to go over here. Let's see. Devon. Let's see if there's any news articles on Seeking Alpha with Devon. OPEC cuts from Mayman Boom to his free cash flow. Buy. I mean, this is buy. Let's put in Devon here. Forward PE is 7. I mean, 6% dividend. June 13th, Goldman with a $58 price target. Should you buy these? Let's see. High-paying dividend stocks. Let's see what Motley Fool says. Brandon, you bring up a good point about XPO, fuel killing them. Let's see. Devon. Devon Energy ranks as the highest yielding dividend stock in the S&P for a couple of reasons. The bad reason is that Devon's share price has fallen by more than 20% so far in 2023. That's true. Driving its dividend yield higher than it would be otherwise. Oil prices declining from its 22 were the culprit behind this dismay. The good reason behind it is the company's unique dividend structure. Its dividend has two components, a fixed portion and a variable portion. The variable portion fluctuates based on how much free cash flow. That's true. Altria's high yield is partially due to its price shrinking. Oh, okay. That's just, yeah. Devon this year, it has still been able to fund a really attractive dividend. It has. Now let's see Seeking Alpha. Devon Energy. The quant valuation D+, growth D. That's all energy growth. Momentum D, revision C. Quant rating ranked 2090 out of 460. Ranked in sector 189. Let's see. Ranked in sector. Let's see the sector. Top energy sector. Weatherford PLC. WFRD. Let's look at the chart of WFRD. I know nothing about this. Oh, look at that. Wow. Wow. Oh, no. I don't want that. Look at that stock. Let's look at a weekly of this one. Wow. why I can't move this again. That's a good looking chart. Look at that since 2020. And look at the recent, volume spike. September 11th. WFRD. Let's see. 6 billion, small cap, 26 PE. What do they do? Provision of equipment and services to the oil industry. Sale at 60. It's out now at 90. Target price 107. June 23rd, Capital One. Target price of 100. You only have like 6%, 7% to that. That's an interesting one, though. Frontline PLC FRO. Let's look at FRO. This one's a good one. Yep, look at that weekly. If we go to the strategy tester and we run the 4-hour here. Yeah, 1693. You're at 1863. This is just energy. So, yeah. Marathon MPC. This is one I brought up. This is in the core energy. Maybe I'll rework the core energy based on this too. But here, I didn't think the algorithm run, but June 2nd, $109. You're up what? Let's see. What's 153 minus 109?
It's 44.
What's 44 divided by 109?
That would be approximately
40%.
0.036.
40%.
0.4.
40%. So, yeah. MPC. That's a good one. But yeah, a lot of these I have never heard of. So, Diamond Offshore. Best stocks now. No. I don't want to follow this dude. We're going to get out of there. Yeah, top stocks. Let's see the top stocks. There's FRO. These are the quant ratings. Delta Airlines, DAL. Let's see. I think DAL has been beaten down. And I think it comes up. Fuel's going to kill them. Same kind of thing. Yeah. This is one of their top quant stocks. Let's see why they rate it a top quant stock. Honestly, I think when they announced their earnings, they announced yesterday, I included in the newsletter, that they're keeping the production down. So, but I don't think that's crazy. Look at Delta. Why this deep plunge should excite buyers now. Let's see. The S&P, since my buy rating. Oh, I don't want that. Well-disguised bull trap, false upside breakout, ring a bell. Recall Delta Airlines reported its second quarter on July 13th. Following the bull trap, DAL has plunged nearly 23%. Downgrade the guidance. Delta attributed downward revision to less favorable fuel and non-fuel costs. I believe the derating makes sense as underlying Brent crude have surged since June. I have already anticipated that energy stocks were bottoming since March as I upgraded the sector to bullish following the resolution. Remains attractively priced relative to its sector peers, assigned a B plus valuation. Rating maintained by. More conservative investors can await more favorable price action against its 50-week moving average. However, I am convinced that Delta should remain firmly supported given its improving fundamentals. When was that? Let me see. When was this? This was September 21st. Let's see where it was trading on September 21st. You were at 38. So you're down 10% from his, hey, I remain. Again, wait for confirmation. You can't time the bottom. You can't time the top. Look, it didn't time the bottom here at a $33 in May. And it didn't time the top here when it got you out with a 36% gain. So the algorithm doesn't time the top and bottom either. This one's a great example. This one, over 24 months, makes you 45%. If you just bought this 24 months ago, you're down 15%. So it's a great example of when to buy and sell on the algorithm. Now this one, Devon, we talked about Devon. It doesn't have a buy yet. I'm going to add more Devon. You know what? Fuck it. I'm buying more Devon right now. We're going to go into Fidelity on the laptop. Who's texting me? Britney Spears' mom, Lynn, working as a substitute teacher as she struggles to pay bills. Poor woman. Let's go into Fidelity. We're going to buy more Devon. Log in. We're going to log in with Gary. Boy, I think Fidelity has a new login screen. Okay. Wow, I'm down again today. Devon. Let's see. Where's my holdings in Devon? Let's see. Man, Fidelity has so much good information. Comparisons, it puts Devon, Chesapeake Energy, EOG, MRO, and Oxy. Wow. And EOG is up 20%. Chesapeake is down 8%. Industry average up 28%. MRO is up 24%. Devon is down 14%. Let's see where my position is. I currently have a position in Devon. So let's see where I am. I think I'm at 48 or something. Devon, I have my average purchase is 51.01. So I was buying, I didn't sell over 50. I bought over 50 and I let it slip. So we're going to buy more Devon and we're going to buy it in our, let's look at I'm going to go to a 5-minute chart. 5 minute, and we'll get out of the strategy tester. And I mean, I'd like it to not be this much confirmation. I think I'll put in, because you do have that gap. It gapped up. I think I'll put in 47.64. Let's buy that. And we'll put in account. We're going to put in that one. Buy. $60. No, you know what? Edit. I'm going to buy this because I've got it in my retirement account. I'm going to add to that one. I'm putting it in at 47. I want to put it in at 47.30, but I don't think it's going to get down there. I'm looking at this volume right here from the last couple of days. And 47.60 seems to be the volume shelf that I like for it to come back down to. But, you know, is that the best? Let me see. Safari extensions. No, I don't want that. App Store. Quit App Store. We want settings. Okay. Gonna put that in. Okay. I'll put in a buy when it actually gets down there, but I mean it's 47.60 is a good ways away. It's got momentum. I mean Cleveland Cliffs also. Cleveland Cliffs I want to buy. God, there's so much that I want to buy. And Christian, I called the CEO there too. 1502, 1503. I mean, you're getting that back to this 200-day 1550. Look at the 50-day. I mean, you had that death cross. You're starting to turn positive. Just, is it better? I mean, I probably should just buy. Look at VOO. I mean, here's the thing. Look at that. You don't have confirmation, but VOO is one you just buy when it's down. It's below its 200-day. When's the last time we were below the 200-day on this? I don't know why I can't move. I can move up. I can't even move up and down. This must be the new Safari. There must be some new Safari restrictions. Or manage extensions. Let me see. No. I don't think there's any extension that's causing this. Let me see the workspace. Let me log, switch workspace. Let's see if this does it. Oh, I can't move it either. There's something that happened. Huh. Okay. VOO I really like. Let me see. Is it a buy on the 65 minute? It is, and it's lower than the 393.72, and it's starting to get confirmation. And Uber. God, I like Uber at this price. Coming back to fill that gap. Let's go to the 4 hour. I don't know. Does it have a gap in the 4 hour? It does. 46.27. See it touch that 200 day. I think you're going to get Uber. Let's buy Uber. Let me see, how much Uber do I currently own? I own 100 shares, and I know I want significantly more. I think I'm going to buy Uber. When's their earnings? Their earning. I do have plenty of time between now and October 30th, but let's buy Uber. We're going to buy it in our brokerage account because that's where I have it. We're going to buy we're going to buy 30. And we're going to do a limit. And I want to go to a 5 minute on this. I'm just going to put it in at 45.30. This one might trigger pretty quickly. Let's do 45. Okay. Let's get, okay. Let's do Savvy Trader. And what did I just buy? I bought 30 shares of Uber in the trading portfolio. Buy Uber. Boom. Order submitted. Traded. So I got Uber. I got more Uber. And I think I could have bought it cheaper, but I don't think 45.37. I'm not. It was only 30 shares, so again, even if I did 46, 30, that's $30. I'm not going to argue over pennies. And that's the problem. But if you are subscribed to Savvy Trader, I'll show you. Savvy Trader will go into the trading portfolio and we'll go to where is it? History. Purchase 30 shares. And I'll hit the thumbs up button. It won't dollar cost averaging before the next earnings. I like that. Let's see. Generate a historical analysis, Savvy Trader AI. This is through ChatGPT. Let's see what this mofo tells us. The investor should dollar cost averaging and take advantage of earnings opportunities. They mentioned buying before earnings multiple times. They also mentioned specific price targets or ranges for some purchases, suggesting a disciplined approach to entry points. Yep, the investor shows a preference for certain stocks. NVIDIA, TQQQ, which they mentioned owning long-term or using specific strategies for. They also mentioned considering valuation and confirmation signals when making purchases. Overall, the investor seems to have a methodical approach, combining long-term holds with short-term trades based on earnings and technical analysis. Boy, ChatGPT is so good. I'm going to put this in the newsletter. We're going to put that mofo in the newsletter. Uber. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. And of course I buy at the high, but I'm just going to dollar cost net my average my way down on that one. Let's see, activity and orders. I still have the Devon order out there at 47.60. Chris R commented a period. Period M. I don't know what period M is, Chris. Market seems to be weakening. Welcome to our new trading dashboard. Enjoy the easy. Oh, this is nice. Boy, Fidelity has a new trading dashboard. Ooh, this is nice. Butt dial. I like it, Chris. I like it a lot. I haven't heard butt dial since actual phones. I don't know anybody who's butt dialed me in a long ass time. Pan W, $250 stock, bouncing off that 200 day. MACD is going to cross up tomorrow. You'll see. We'll have Pan W in there tomorrow. PXD, $250 stock. Shopify, I probably need to add to this. But, I mean, look, this was from this point. That is the gap fill to 48.23. And it's not unheard of because here, this is expensive, 65 forward earnings. It's expensive. Now, the average price target is still 67, so. Okay, I'm out of here. I'm going to do the newsletter. I've traded enough. I probably lost enough money, but I like this. I like this one. Needham reiterates buy. I like that. Okay. Okay. I am out of here. See you guys tomorrow.